Alright, one thing I want to show you guys is how to block a Twitter account from sharing information to your page. So when you get tweets from people, you're going to get them from people who are following you, or you're going to get them from people who do not follow you. And you'll get them through your connect portion here. So when you get people who are tweeting at you, sometimes you don't know who they are, and sometimes they are really pertinent information, and they're legitimate Twitter accounts. But sometimes you will get people who have hacked your friends' Twitter accounts. This happens quite often, actually, is that with certain Twitter accounts, people don't use strong passwords, so they're able to be hacked. And then what happens then is that malicious people decide that they're going to tweet from that handle, and they're going to send out a whole bunch of bogus information, and you will get a whole bunch of these tweets directed at you, trying to sell you something, trying to send you to nefarious websites, all sorts of nasty stuff that you just don't want to be a part of. So when that happens, you can do a couple of things to stop it. If you happen to know the person, the Twitter handle that is tweeting at you, and you know that this is outside of their normal types of tweets that they put out, you can report an account and say that it's been hacked. But if you are getting messages from someone that you don't know who they are and you're not sure why they're even tweeting at you, you can block them. So I'm already logged in as the PAFP account, but I'm taking you to my own personal Twitter account, which is Azriel Group, and I'll show you how you can actually block somebody. So if PAFP wanted to block my own personal Twitter account, they could go to my page, and you can go to the little person icon, and you have a couple of different settings here. You can tweet at Azriel Group, and you really don't want to tweet at someone who is sending you nefarious information. You just want to don't leave them alone. And that will, when you tweet at somebody, it actually shows right here and says that, hey, you're tweeting out to this particular handle and saying to the world, hey, you're hacked or whatever. Does that really do much? No, it doesn't do anything at all. A direct message is a private message directly to that handle. So if I was to send a direct message, I'm sending it directly to Azriel Group, but this is coming from the PAFP one. So I could send a direct message, and again, is this going to do anything? No, it's probably not going to do anything if someone's Twitter account has been hacked, so not really necessary. What you want to do is you want to either block Azriel Group, and what will happen then is that you will never get messages from that Twitter handle again. So there is something that's put into the algorithm saying that PAFP will no longer receive any sort of messages, either direct messages or tweets, at Azriel Group, unless PAFP said they're going to follow Azriel Group afterwards. So it really depends on how you talk to that person. So if you know that Azriel Group is sending a lot of bad information, you never heard from them before, you can block them. If you know the actual account and you know that they talk about a lot of different things that is typical of them, you can report them as spam. And then what happens then is that you can actually report it to the people at Twitter, and they can check that this Twitter account has been hacked, because they'll go through all the tweets and see what's out of character. So you can do that if you have people that you follow and all of a sudden they start sending you nefarious information. You can report that for spam, and what happens is that Twitter will let that person know, hey, we think your account has been hacked. Go in, change your password right now, and salvage some of your relationships online. Because there are people who like to hack Twitter account and then just blow it out of the water by sending tons of spam, tons of stupid messages across the internet. And most people who aren't on Twitter all the time will see that and just think, this is a robot, this is a bot, this is something I don't need to see, and they don't know who you really are, and then they just won't follow you back. So it's kind of finicky in that respect. So you want to make sure that the person that you are following, if this is something that is outside their character. I've seen it a lot with healthcare, where you'll start seeing information about lifestyle, which kind of gets more into the entertainment and like food and dieting. So you have to be very cognizant of the fact that maybe the Twitter account, who is a healthcare account, might be tweeting about lifestyle information only because it's part of their messages, their messaging strategy. So that's something to just take a look at. But some of the things that you will get a lot if you get sent messages that are hacked is that you'll get messages for like Akaya Berry and a lot of not safe for work links and a lot of just gibberish kind of information. And why do hackers do that? Who knows? Just for their own amusement. It just happens. So at the end of the day, the takeaway from that is use really strong passwords. Use upper and lowercase letters. Use numbers. Use symbols. Use something that's longer than 8 characters long. By doing that, you are making it infinitely harder for hackers to be able to brute force attack and try to log in by using an algorithm to break your Twitter account. And you're also making it very hard for computers to figure out what character sets you're using because you're opening it up for more than just the 26 letters of the alphabet. So that is how you actually are able to block and report a Twitter account.